Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Therapist Pushes 304 Phase to Young Women. Let's get right into it.
Think this is probably the biggest struggle for a lot of men and women is to understand where they are in terms of where they are in life and how that's related to the whole high value thing. 18-year-old, 20-year-old male, how, if he's not rich, if he's not famous, if he's not an athlete, if he's not some high profile kid or trust fund kid, he's 21, his value in the dating market is almost as low as it can possibly be for most women in culture, right?
I'm going to be controversial here, Jeff. Yeah. I don't think 21-year-olds should be dating. They should be having fun. No, I don't. I mean, dating casually, not with the intention to get married, because our brains mature at age 28, 29.
So you're saying this for both men and women?
Men and women. It is, women want to feel connected. They want to be with someone, but I'm going to be controversial here. I think in your 20s, it's about dating and finding out what kind of person you like and who you are, because you're developing. And at 21-year-old, and of course there are success stories of 21-year-olds or college sweethearts getting married and so on and so forth. But back in the days, there wasn't a lot of people, from a social media perspective, in your face cavorting and showing things. So you don't know what you like. You won't know until you kind of date, but not dating to get married, dating just to see who you are.
This is one of the most dumbest things women say, and I'm not surprised that a therapist, mind you, a Saadia Khan knockoff, right? A diet Saadia Khan is saying this. What are you talking about that your 20s is for finding out what you like? So get passed around. Let men try you on for size just to see if they like you, and you can see if you like them. This is why arranged marriage exists, because if you let women to their own devices, they choose whole phase all the time, 100% of the time. Even the therapist, therapist, babe, she's telling girls, oh yeah, 20s is about finding out what you like, finding yourself. What? This is a feminist ideology. This is a feminist idea that you're supposed to just try people on for size. Oh yeah, send your daughters out to college so people could try them on for size and see if they like your daughter. Unbelievable. You don't know what you like. What if you find out you like heroin? Do that? Commit to that? People don't know any better. And she's making an argument that people mature by the age 28, 29. What it tells me and it lets you know is that women when they're younger should date older men older than the age 28, 29. Not fool around in your 20s and then rush to get married in your 30s when you're losing all your value. And by the way, scientifically, women have only 3% to 5% of their eggs left by age 30. So this is a horrible idea.
What you like. You learn a lot through dating about what you will accept. And that's how you become a high-value man and a high-value woman. It isn't about the money or the coin in your pocket. It's about clarity, consistency. It's about if you're intentional, say what you mean and mean what you say. It's about, if you say you're going to go on a date as a man, Tess, we're going to go out on a date on Saturday night, and then following up on Saturday morning, hey, babe, are we still going for that date on Saturday? All right, I'm going to pick you up at this. It's about that. That is what we need to finesse in our 20s. So then when we get into our 30s, it's like we've gone through all of that. We know what we want. We know what we don't like. And then we're intentional with the partners that we want to have. And then happy days.
So, because this is, you definitely said something very controversial about both sexes waiting till their late 20s to really start doing this, like dating and getting serious. Does the dating market treat both sexes the same way?
Look, I think, let's call a spade a spade. Men find women who look younger attractive. Okay, and as a woman gets older, her appeal may lessen. I don't think it's right, but apparently it does. Okay,
it's not about what you think is right, Saadia Khan verse. It's not what you think is right. It's what's about what actually exists. Men don't, now listen, this idea that men find women who look younger, not women who look younger. Men find women who are younger more attractive. Yeah, everybody's rushing to look young. No, don't take an old woman, make her look young, and we're gonna want her. That's not how it works. You can't make Vivica A. Fox look like she's in her 20s and men will want her. When they know that she's in her 60s, we're not gonna want her. Stop trying to play tricks on us. Women don't like men who look rich. Women like men who are rich. Like, this is this surface level bullshit. Shout out to my brother, Jeff St. James, one of my good friends at this point now. And I support his channel. Go subscribe to his channel after you finish watching this video. But I don't know how I missed this interview. How did I miss this interview that he did with his women suggesting that women literally use their 20s to fool around for hookup culture? Like, it makes no sense. And now she's trying to be disingenuous about how men and women are on the dating market. Oh, I don't think it's right. It ain't about what you think. You ain't God. You don't determine right from wrong. Hey, yo, bro, I hope Jeff fries her, bro. Look at his face. Look at his face.
So those women who are dating, the younger women who are dating older men, what are they gaining from that? And this adds to the narrative of, like, transactional or, and so on and so forth. So I think in your 20s, it is certainly time to play, right? Explore your bodies and so on and so forth. But in terms of intentionally, finding a person, it's probably not going to happen. And if it does happen and you do get married and then you don't have those conversations, then you have kids. And then in your 40s, you end up in a situation where you kind of depart from each other.
Yeah. And yeah, I listen, I appreciate you throwing this out, because now that I'm thinking about it more and more, I think the reason why the dating market is what it is and why so many people are complaining about it is because I think people are doing that already. I think a lot of people are waiting until they get close to 30 to then get serious.
Yeah.
And there's a whole lot of mistakes. There's a whole lot of trauma. There's a whole lot of jadedness that brings them to a point where a lot of them have to do so much work to be anything close to a healthier version of themselves. So I think it's definitely concerning to think about the idea of, like, especially for the ladies, because like you just said, time treats us differently. Time doesn't treat us the same way. The dating market doesn't treat us the same. And if you have women that's waiting till 28, if they're not even dating seriously earlier before that, my concern is what smacks them in the face is the reality that as they're getting closer to 30, they're no longer at the top of the pecking order when they would have had the most options that they would have had at 24, 22, 26. When you're getting close to 30, like, the options are just going to be different for a lot of people. And I guess my concern is like, if they legitimately follow and do that, and I think that a lot of them are doing that. They call it the 304 phase, the party phase, the have fun phase. They do all of that and they post everything on social media. They have all these experience with all these guys. And then between the dissatisfaction, the lack of ability for them to pair bond well, the frequent the frequent experiences of what's it called? Always thinking about what's better or what potentially could be better on the other side. I don't know that, like, for ladies specifically, if waiting that long is going to be helpful for them, because I think a lot of them are already waiting until they get close to 30 to be like, all right, now it's time for a family. Now it's time to get serious. And then the dating market is already not treating them quite the same anymore.
Over 50.
So shout out to Jeff. He checked there. But she's suggesting that women procrastinate with dating. Procrastinate. What are you talking about? Bro, look at this direct quote. She said, 20s are for play and exploring your body. What parent wants their child to play with their body in their 20s and explore their body? These are the women in the classrooms, these professors that are indoctrinating our women to be feminist. This is a violation, in my personal opinion. This is a violation. And I commend Jeff for standing up, and he did it in a polite way. But he's right. Women are already doing this, and they're not having success. The thing that she's trying to prevent, she's not going to be able to. The thing that the knockoff Sadia is trying to prevent, it's already happening. With them doing what she suggested that they do, it's already happening. Even in their 40s, women are like, "Oh well, I don't know if I want this. I don't." women become indecisive. And honestly, and I heard this before, that the more sexual partners a woman has, the less her ability to pair bond is. Like, so if you play and explore your body, right, with men in your 20s, you're going to corrupt and traumatize your mind. And so, like, I would love to hear what she had to respond to this. I guess Jeff didn't have the rest of the video here, and that's fine. And we're going to watch whatever the rest of this clip is, because we're not at the end of the clip, right? We have a few more minutes left of the clip. But I just can't imagine how and people say go to therapy. Why would you go to therapy if this is what your therapist is telling you? To forgo your prime and try to catch men at the very end. To strike when the iron is cold. Why would anyone follow this advice? And a lot of times I believe women prescribe to other women what they have done. She's gonna turn around and say, you know what? Well, this is what I did, and it worked out okay for me. It ain't about you. Talk about how hard it is for women right now. We have a female loneliness epidemic going on right now. So many women are saying that they're lonely. They're feeling lonely. All these different Pew researchers coming out saying that people are lonely. People are not getting together. The birth rate's declining. Because this is what people are doing. They're having fun hooking up, having this life in their 20s. And by the way, even when people used to do this, they didn't do it for as long as they did, right? Someone will go to college, and by 24, they're already looking for a husband, right? They go to college at, let's say, 18. They graduate, let's say, 22. Sometimes people graduate 23. Let's even push it to 24. So 22 to 23, they're looking for a husband. I think that's better than the idea of waiting until you're 28, 29. Yo, I mean, this is why even women who are in therapy are still corrupted, because they have therapists like this knockoff Sadia Khan. Yo, it's crazy, bro. This is crazy. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly. You just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
And then the dating market is already not treating them quite the same anymore.
Over 50% of women over 40 are on antidepressants. Let that sink in. Half of an entire generation of women medicated just to cope with life. And no, this is not just about a chemical imbalance. It's about what's really happening to women.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
So a lot of my single mom friends have been like, oh, I'm so depressed. And I'm like, well, have you gotten laid recently? And they're like, well, no. And I'm like, well, bingo.
I'm 38 years old. I've never been married. I've never had children. I have 3 cats in my house.
I'll be 41 next week. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to really tell you the shit. So after the age of basically like 32, that is when you're just going to date people that are coming off of divorce.
I am 50 years old and I have never been married and I don't have kids. And I know that some people think that is a red flag.
I'm 45 and child-free and I regret not having children.
No, I'm not the only person that feels this way. I'm turning 40 next year and I'm single with no children.
You ever have those days at work where you wish you would have married that attorney when you were 27 years old for his children?
Anybody else?
I wonder if the therapist sees all this. I see this because I get online, I go on TikTok, I see the videos. TikTok just happens to be the great place where women like treat it like a video diary and tell all their feelings. And this is where a lot of these videos are coming from. 50% of women over the age 40, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I can believe it, are on antidepressants. Feminism and this free sex movement has ruined dating for everybody. Because let me tell you something, the way women behave and they treat their sexual behavior becomes natural selection. So what's a natural selection process in humans right now? Women waiting until they can't even have kids anymore to start trying to have kids. That's why the birth rate is declining, because the people who want to start having children are regretting not having children to begin with when they're younger. This is the problem. This is an emergency. Absolutely. And what's worse about this is our health professionals are making it worse. They're making it worse. You're prescribing these girls with antidepressants. So now they got a chemical lobotomy happening in their brain. They're not able to function. They're chaotic. They're no better than they were prior to the medication. Now they're sedated. Now they're numb. Now they really are starfish in the bedroom. So, but no, everyone thinks, hey, we got it all figured out. Don't worry. Yeah, life is good. Don't be positive. Oh, be positive. You're just negative. You're ignorant. That's what their counter argument to all this is. That we're just being negative. No, this is the real deal, Holyfield. This is exactly what's wrong with modern times. And nobody but the men are speaking up about it. Nobody but the men are speaking up about it. So people got to really think, if you are a man who has a young child now, you got to really consider, do you want your kids in these government schools? Right now, the government's doing all types of crazy stuff to people's children, taking away the rights of the parents, right? Indoctrinating children with all types of, I don't even want to talk about a transformer ideology, right? Chemically castrating kids, putting them on puberty blockers, right? Trying to prescribe transition surgery to them, to children. This is what we're doing to children, and then to women, we're telling them lies and say, oh yeah, treat your body, explore, and have fun in your 20s. Guys, I don't know if you understand this, but the decisions you make in your 20s have real consequences. I'm not saying kids are not going to explore their bodies or whatever, but as a professional, if that's your recommendation, are you kidding me? What is this, a frat house therapist? I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Struggling with dating after their 40s.
Are there any men left out there in this entire universe that prefers a woman in her 40s with a natural body?
No one tells you just how lonely your 40s can be.
I do get very triggered around going to my brother's at Christmas and all the kids being there, and I'm the only single person there, and I've started feeling, I mean,
how lonely it is to be in your 40s. She's going to an event, her family's event, and she feels like she's the only person that has no children. And she's asking, and then the other girl asks, do people prefer women in their 40s? No, we do not. Listen and listen clearly. I want women to understand this. If you're a woman watching my content, please understand this. Use your 20s to get married, please. I'm not saying this because I don't want you to have fun and explore your body, but explore your body with your husband. Stop trying to explore your body to a random men who don't give a fuck about you. And I'm a player, right? I got bitches, right? I do, right? But I understand that I can only do this if women allow me to do it, right? People try to make it seem like, oh yeah, well, you're causing it to happen. No, I'm not, right? I might not agree with what people want to do with their lives, but hey, if that's what you want to do, I get it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not selling drugs. I'm not selling hope to nobody. I'm showing up saying, hey, look, I'm not looking for a relationship. If you want to get to know each other and hang out and explore your body, I'm down for it. But that benefits me, but you got to make sure you're getting a benefit out of it. That's what I would say to women. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, I'm not here to try to change no hoes into housewives. I'm not here to do that. But I completely respect women who want to keep their chastity and hold it off to marriage. I would wait for a woman who's a virgin. I would. But when I meet a lot of these girls, you know what their body count is? I said I'm a player, right? But you know what the body counts of these girls are? And I don't know because I don't ask them. It's probably in the teens. So by the time I meet them, they've already been passed around. They've been digged down. They swallowed a lot of sperm already. It's sad to say. I feel weird saying it, and I don't even want to think about it. When I think about my girls, I don't be thinking about that. But I know. If you're in your 30, you've had several eggplants in your mouth. I know. I'm not dumb. Because I was that guy putting eggplant in your mouth when you were in your 20s. When I was in my 20s. So I know. And I've done that to several women in my 20s. And I've did all this explore your body, find your body shit. And as a man, I'm going to be all right. I'm going to be okay. I'm not traumatized for this. But I'm going to hear it tell the truth, even though it doesn't benefit me, that women, you should not be doing this. It would not bother me right now if women at a young age, because this is not for older women. Older women, when you're past your prime and you're in your 30s, whatever, that pussy's on a clearance rack, just give that shit away, respectfully. Give that shit away. You can try to hold out, keep your legs closed. It ain't going to increase your value. It's going to make you more difficult and harder to sell. That's all it is. So I'm not saying sleep with every man, but I'm saying if you're going to date somebody trying to preserve and be a born-again virgin, it's probably not going to work for you, respectfully. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. It's a free country. Do what the hell you want. But I just don't think it's going to work. When I see women like that, I'm gone. I'm not even dealing with them because they're so in denial, right? Instead of trying to make a good deal, they're trying to preserve and hold on to something that's already gone. That ship has already sailed. Stop trying to sell that. We're past that mark. It's a used car now. Stop trying to sell it like it's brand new. We're past that point now. This car has 100,000 miles on it. It's out of warranty. You're past that part, okay? The horse is out the gate. It's not going, the toothpaste is not going back into the tube. It's done, right? But for younger women, 16, 17, 18, 19, I'm telling you, don't follow the women, these women's, don't follow their behavior. Don't follow their experience. Don't take their advice. It's not going to be good for you. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.